Yo, what's up? It's Yo Rumi. So if you've seen my other videos, you know that I'm pretty much obsessed with marketplaces. I currently run Studio Time, which is the Airbnb for music studios and the largest in the world. So it's actually built using Sharetribe, which is a marketplace builder. And basically, Sharetribe makes it easy for you to get started building like an Airbnb style marketplace, building a space, which is the spaces style marketplace, services style marketplaces like an Upwork, or even product style marketplaces such as like a GoDapp style marketplace or like an Etsy style marketplace. So I get a lot of questions from people that are looking to see some examples of some other marketplaces that were built, not just Studio Time. I've done some videos that kind of skimmed through some, but I wanted to actually do a little bit more videos that are just focused on different marketplaces that are great examples of those that were built using Sharetribe and then customized. So that's actually what I'm going to do is start doing some reviews. So hopefully you like this video, which is going to be reviewing the Quiver, which is like an Airbnb for surfboards. But if you want to see any others, just comment on this video or just tweet at me. I'm at YoRumi on Twitter, and I'll try to do some more videos on different style marketplaces. So let's just jump into it. I'm not actually going to do these as like tutorials on how to build them, but I'm actually just going to kind of walk through more on like the product side, and just mention some different kind of customizations that were made on the Sharetribe marketplace, and then some of the tools that I guess you could call like the tool stack for the marketplace. So this one is actually a marketplace that I built with my team at Thinkbox. So we actually build and customize marketplaces using low and no code. So this is actually one of our clients. So I worked with this founder and this team for the Quiver, which is the Airbnb for surfboards. So I did get permission to kind of walk through and show you their marketplace. But as you can see, here's the homepage right now. So it's actually www.thequiver.com. And the concept is fairly straightforward. It's like an Airbnb for surfboards. So you can list your surfboard for others to rent, or you can discover and book surfboards either around you or where you're looking to travel. So super specific kind of niche concept, but it actually is quite large and is a worldwide marketplace. So once again, we did work with them, help them redesign and relaunch it so that way they have a better marketplace experience. And then also kind of help them with the launch. And actually, they were just mentioned in Forbes. They had a full feature Forbes article. So it's quite a popular marketplace and kind of at some initial scale and liquidity. So anyway, so we'll just jump into it. So once again, here's the homepage of the Quiver. So it looks very similar to like Studio Time or like an Airbnb. So you can see this kind of, it basically uses these kind of sections that aren't, they're not full page width. So you can see right here, it uses this header sections like a block with a kind of tagline, then like a call to action. We'll just jump up really quick to the top navs. The top navs, fairly straightforward too, kind of like a Studio Time style top nav. Yeah, so here's the header section. Right below it is actually the different primary markets. So as I mentioned, the marketplace has a worldwide presence, but the primary markets are right here, and they're featured as different locations. So that way it kind of prompts users to see the most popular or primary market locations where the marketplace is focused on. So you can see right here, it's LA, New York, and Australia. So one thing I do want to mention too, while we're kind of walking through this and I'm just mentioning some specifics on it, is that this entire kind of marketplace basically runs on no code. So this homepage right here was built by our team leveraging Instapage. So this is totally custom right here, this homepage. So having said that, this is kind of using like URL routing and whatnot right here on these different categories that then click through. So I'll actually explain a little bit further as we go through. But basically, you can think that all these different landing pages we customized, and so we designed and built them for this team. And then, so that's kind of using Instapage and no code. And then we also use Sharetribe Go, which is their hosted platform, and extensively kind of customize that. And then together with a few other kind of tools, basically this entire marketplace runs on no code and has a no code kind of tool stack. So just wanted to mention that, so that way as we're kind of going through things, just you could kind of keep in mind that this page right here is actually built using no code by our team. So anyway, so just going down, here's the featured listings, which kind of calls out some of the featured inventory that they have on the marketplace, which as you can see is surfboards. Then right here, this kind of like subtext just links to all the listings. Here's kind of like a how it works. So the team liked this, how we had it on studio time. So it made it super clear to people when they come to the homepage on how it actually works. And it's fairly straightforward, and this is kind of visually reinforced with the 1, 2, 3 as far as how it works right here in text. And then right here is below that is the right type of board. So what that is that's actually these are the most popular categories of boards. So you can see like performance short boards, fish and fun boards, and then long boards and soft tops. So these are actually just the most popular categories that the team told us were the most popular, and they wanted to then showcase. So we created these kind of like category sections right here as featured on the homepage. Right below that, you can see just like a kind of like this like little section right here that basically prompts people to list their board on the marketplace. And then going down right here, it's fairly straightforward. We have like a bottom section that is full page width, a get started button, and then the footer, which kind of we customize to match like the Sharetribe footer of the marketplace. So everything has a very consistent kind of well-designed kind of look and feel marketplace experience. And this is a custom homepage that simply links and kind of quote unquote integrates with the actual Sharetribe Go hosted marketplace. So how I'm actually going to show you, and it's going to hopefully provide a little bit more clarity on how it actually kind of that quote unquote integrates with the Sharetribe marketplace. But if you click on get started, you'll notice right here that actually the URL changes, right? So if you see, it's app.thequiver.com now and not the actual top level www.thequiver.com. That's because everything that's on the app.thequiver.com actually runs on Sharetribe Go and not using Instapage. So Instapage is what we use for those kind of custom no-code landing pages, and then that integrates with Sharetribe for the core marketplace functionality. So hopefully that gives you a quick little kind of example of that. So we're actually going to go back right now and continue kind of walking through some of the landing pages so you can see in a little bit more detail. So that was clicking on get started. Now, basically, if you were to click on like about, how it works, sign up or login, those would all also take you to the sub marketplace, or sorry, the subdomain, which is actually a Sharetribe marketplace. Now, if we click on the list your board though, so that's actually another custom page that we created. So that you'll notice the domain is www.thequiver.com/y. So basically why we created this for the team is we wanted to have a targeted landing page that they could point people to when they were doing outreach saying, hey, you should list your board on our marketplace. So this speaks specifically to why they should list their board on the Quiver. So you can see right here, it has a kind of a custom designed header section that's very well designed. And then we have like the 1, 2, 3 of like why list your board. And then we have this kind of like text right here that's like you can make $500 a month kind of running your board on their marketplace. And then also here's another note. So the team wanted to then have that featured listings kind of capability. So we actually created that for them using the Sharetribe Go marketplace, and to kind of pre-validate that and then see can they actually kind of almost like pre-validate a subscription model. That's what this entire section right here is for, which is to kind of sell that featured kind of functionality. As you can see right here, here's kind of like what it actually offers. And then this call to action, instead of having a subscription page for now, it's actually just a pop out that kind of pre-populates an email that sends to the team. So the people that might list their boards on the Quiver could be individuals, it could be rental companies, or it could be shops, surfboard shops that have demo programs, or it could also be board companies that have their own kind of demo programs. So this is kind of basically targeted to them, which is the more kind of businesses that actually run demo programs but might not be very efficient in running them, and they could benefit from being a part of the Quiver. So it's actually why kind of we created this page in specific to speak to them. So not like the lower level economy of saying, hey, I have 1 or 2 boards looking to run out myself, but more the business side, because they probably also have a budget and are willing to pay to have all these features that come with this kind of like featured functionality of the marketplace. So hopefully that explains a little bit more about kind of why they created that. They actually successfully kind of partnered with some companies. So this does kind of work in this, like, I would say visual first kind of even no code, just using custom pages to sell to who you think you can kind of target, as far as them being willing to then pay to have some kind of increased functionality, visibility, or maybe even just charging to join your marketplace as a business. So anyway, so that's went into a little bit, but that's the why page on their marketplace. So we'll just kind of go back. So we'll click up here to the top logo, go back to the marketplace, and then we'll actually just click, we'll just go down, right? So we'll click on get started. Then this will take us back to the main listings on the marketplace. So fairly straightforward. So I know this is kind of like a walkthrough and kind of like a product kind of review, I guess you could say, with just some kind of call outs on how this is actually built and how it works. But the actual natural user experience is for people to basically go to thequiver.com, click on that get started, and then usually they come here. If they're not already creating an account, they can basically create an account up here. This top nav will be a little bit different, but you can see my kind of avatar right here. So I'm actually already signed in. So I'll go down right here. So the Quiver also has different listing types. So you can create different listing types on using Sharetribe Go. So they actually have for rent and for sale. One note too is that the for rent, so all the rentals, you can see they have the pricing right here. So $100 per week, $25 per day. We'll go down. I believe they actually have some per hours too. Yeah, we can see one right here. So you see this like wooden quadfish has $20 per hour. So basically you can actually create different booking units or kind of intervals for that using Sharetribe Go. So let's just say that I want to list my board, right? So like, how does that actually work on this marketplace? So we'll click on that right here, and we'll just kind of go through that process. So the first thing that the user kind of goes through when they're listing their board is the category. So you can see they have surfboards, stand-up paddleboards, or even accessories. So we'll just click on surfboards, and we'll just say that I have a shortboard, right? So I click that, and then for rent or for sale, let's just say for rent. So here's what it kind of looks like. So here's the like add a surfboard kind of listing right here. So we see the listing title has an asterisk for like required. As I briefly mentioned, the pricing, so you can see like the per kind of the booking units or interval. We see right here, you can select hour, day, or week. So this is pretty cool. So that way it doesn't constrain the people as much based off of how they want to rent their board. Here's a description right here. They have a few different fields that are definitely custom for their marketplace, like skill level, wave size, wave type. They also have like board dimensions, the brands right here. So there's like a pretty long list of all the brands, even fin type, rental options. They do have like pickup or delivery. Then also something that's pretty cool that we actually kind of customized because we saw that we needed specifically for this marketplace. Not only was the rental option, so pickup or delivery, but also like deposit required or not. And here's the location right here. That they can enter, so that the exact address is displayed to someone, to a user once they have a confirmed booking, but not on their main listing prior to that. And then here's the images right here. So it's fairly straightforward. Then I would actually submit my listing. I'm gonna go over here up to the account, and this is just kind of doing like a quick kind of walkthrough so you can see it. So if I had listings, you would see it kind of right here. I can see all the statuses of like my open and closed, expired, pending, and rejected listings. So it's pretty neat. So if I was actually a board kind of company or a shop that had a demo program, and say I had 50 listings, it would actually be fairly easy to manage right here through this kind of like listing management. We'll go up to my profile up here so we can just kind of continue walking through it. So you can see like first name, last name, display name, username, location, profile picture, about me, and then like an Instagram profile URL for reference. So you can customize these different fields using Sharetribe Go, but these are the ones that were ideal for the Quiver as far as their marketplace. Let's go up here and just see transactions. So this is kind of like for any transactions. So I actually don't have any on here. This is just like my kind of like demo account since I'm working with the marketplace. But once again, the transactions, I can see all the different states and kind of filter. So I can see like canceled, completed, dismissed, disputed, expired, free, paid, pending, pre-authorized. So it's quite extensive as far as like the filtering on that. So, if in a situation where, say I ran a lot of boards on here, and I wanted to like filter by the different states, or if I was actually had a bunch of listings as a, say for instance, like a board shop, it'd be very easy for me to kind of manage them all. Then I can have over here as far as like my notifications. So this is just pretty much just to make sure it's like GDPR compliance. and payments right here. So the marketplace actually uses PayPal as far as the kind of like the payment gateway, and primarily that is because it has a fairly lightweight kind of and low friction payment kind of checkout process. And then also too, because it is ideal for their kind of marketplace functionality as far as how they handle payments, with more importantly also reducing any potential fraud on the marketplace that does come with just using kind of credit card payments. So this is kind of a walkthrough on the user account, and just you can see right there. So we'll go back to view all listings, and this was kind of the walkthrough of me as a user, and then how I would kind of see as far as my different account and whatnot and manage listings after I'd created a listing. But we'll go back to view all listings, and now just kind of quickly walk through the flow if I was actually a user that wanted to rent a board. So we'll kind of go up through here, and let's just see. Let's just pick on a cool one, right? So we'll click on this like 5-4 almond. So we'll click on this listing right here, and so that was actually a featured board that we saw on the homepage if we kind of go back, but we can just look at all the different information right here. So it looks pretty cool. The listings, yeah, you can see right here. So this is actually me just commenting on it from before as kind of like a test, since I was working with the marketplace. But something that's pretty neat that we enabled on this marketplace, as you can see, is public discussions. So for instance, you can see right here, so if I rented the board from them, or maybe just I have the board myself, or just wanted to kind of like comment about it, as far as like, hey, it's a great board for this type of kind of break, or, you know, this person's great, like they're super knowledgeable, and I rented my board from them. They dropped it off, and they actually kind of gave me some pointers on some good places to surf. Well, that's what these kind of discussions for, and basically it just kind of creates a little bit of community element to this marketplace. So it's not just purely I see a listing and request to book it and that's it, right? So this is definitely a community-driven marketplace. That discussion is super helpful. All right, so we'll go up here. So we see the price is $30 per day. So the process of requesting a book, I could select a day. So I'm gonna just click on, say for instance, the 3rd through the 5th. And then from there, I would click on rent. And the next step is basically gonna be a booking kind of confirmation screen. So you can see right here, so it shows the details, right? And it's kind of a booking breakdown. So I see the price per day. I see that I selected the dates, the 3 days. I see the subtotal and then the total. If there's any other kind of fees, taxes, or whatnot, that could be calculated right here. And that's all stuff that can be configured using Sharetribe Go. Some of these different configurations are a little bit more advanced. So it does require, a little bit of not as much technical expertise. I would just say kind of like product expertise and Sharetribe expertise, just knowing what's possible, and then how you can customize it, and then kind of extensively customize it for your specific needs and what's best off that. So I did work with this founder and this team, so we did all the kind of customizations here. So right here, so then below that, here's the kind of like optional message that you can send to the user. So when they receive the email request, and then they get the notification when they check the website and see the message in their inbox for the booking request, they kind of get like a personalized message to this, which is super helpful. So then below that, in order to proceed, accepting this agreement is required, and then you'll basically proceed to the payment step from there. So it's fairly straightforward. So that's actually how you would request or submit a booking request to book a surfboard. So it's a pretty cool marketplace. It's actually very, I would say, it's very custom for the Quiver and its needs. And once again, this is like an Airbnb for surfboards. It's a really cool concept. It's super niche. It's super focused. But there is a massive community of course surfers all over the world, and so the Quiver is worldwide. We helped them kind of like redesign, rebuild, and basically build a better kind of marketplace experience and relaunch. That's with my team at Thinkbox, and we relaunched it, and they actually, like I mentioned at the kind of beginning of the video, had a Forbes article come out. Then they had another kind of article come out with that's super industry specific to surfers. So they actually have like quite a lot of traction. They have a few thousand listings on there. I don't know exactly how many, but yeah, you can check them out at www.thequiver.com, and then also on their Instagram, because I know that they use Instagram for marketing quite quite heavily. So this is a great example of just a kind of no-code marketplace that was built leveraging tools like Sharetribe, Instapage, and then some other kind of no-code tools. But hopefully you found this video helpful. I just wanted to kind of walk through, do almost like a product walkthrough, screen share style, not any kind of like crazy edits or anything, but just walk through and give you some kind of like tips on, basically what are some examples of Sharetribe marketplaces that are out there, and then what's possible, and then kind of like how these marketplaces customize Sharetribe for their specific needs and have a better kind of marketplace experience than just like saying, hey, I'm going to sign up for Sharetribe and kind of have like this cookie cutter marketplace. So hopefully you found this video super helpful. Comment below if you have any questions. Definitely hit the like so that way I can keep making these. And if you have any other marketplaces that you want to see me do kind of like a walkthrough or, kind of screen share and comment on some of the functionality, then even just maybe go a little bit deeper on some of them as far as like how that was actually kind of built. I'll try to do those. Once again, I do have to get permission for all the marketplaces, and I've pretty much worked with most of the bigger Sharetribe marketplaces. So it's fairly easy for me to do, but just comment below or just tweet at me. I'm Yorumi at Twitter. And until next time, see ya.